Hi everyone, it's Lesley here from Elegant Edges, and today I have a lovely fancy fold card to show you. It's one I made for my daughter for her birthday, and I've used here the Love Latte papers. Sweet, I love this one, and as my daughter is a very keen coffee drinker, I hope she'll love it. So it opens, it's a gatefold, but inside there's another layer. So a cute different one with plenty of room to write on the back. So today I'm going to use obviously different papers. I'm going to use the Unbounded Love DSP. Some of the new in colour I've got here, Shy Shamrock base, and you can get all of this out of one sheet of card, but you have to be careful how you cut it. So I have a little cutting plan here. So this is my sheet of A4. I've cut it down at 5.5 inches, and that leaves me a 2 3/4 inch strip, which is just enough for this inside layer. If of course your topper is bigger and you want it this deeper, then you're going to have to cut into a second sheet. So cut 5.5 inches across, cut it down the whole width, and all the other directions will be in a PDF, which is available on my Facebook group, which is Stamping Up with Elegant Edges. If you want to buy any products from Stamping Up, you can do that through my store, Lesley Kilby's stampingup.net. There's a link there which I'll pop down underneath. If your order comes to £30 or more, there's a host code for a little freebie from me, not from Stamping Up. There is a special offer on at the moment, bonus days from Stamping Up, and if your order is £45 or a multiple of it, you get a link, providing you order through the online store, and with that link you will get £4.50 off another order in August. So buy now to save next month. So quite a good offer. Anyway, so this is my 5.5 inch strip. As I say, all the measurements will be in a PDF on my Facebook group, and you can see I've cut a 1/2 inch fold here and one the other side. So we've got a gatefold card with this little fold back, and we're going to use those tabs. So we've actually scored here 1/2 inch, 2 5/8 from both sides, and then on the smaller 2 3/4 inch piece width, I've cut that to 10 5/8, and I've scored that every 2 1/8 down there. Okay, so that is going to fold like this. So when you fold it, you do need to make sure the right side goes in, you fold that really well and score well, and then this side goes over the top. Okay, that's how you're going to do it. The hardest part for me with this is actually choosing which papers to go where. Okay, so I've done the hard part. I've worked out which papers I want, so I'm just going to go ahead and stick them on. Do feel free to fast forward that yourselves. So I'm just going to get my adhesive and stick that down. So my adhesive of choice is always wet glue. I have the Stampin' Up all-purpose glue. Right, so my inside base is 4 by 5 1/4. I do like this paper. It's a lovely mix. As you can tell, I like the pink and the Shy Shamrock. And the back is really nice, and I've used that in another place. So we're going to pop that down in the centre. Okay. Right. Inside gatefold. So I've got 2 here. These are 1 7/8 wide and 5 1/4 inch long, so they're going to go down there. And this orangey colour, the peach pie, does look really nice, but it's not one that I'd reach for straight away, but I have seen it. I've seen other demos use it, and actually it looks really nice. So one of my challenges for myself is to actually make a card using that colourway at a later date. So that's my inside. Now I need some paper on here, and for the outside, obviously it's the same size. I've got this lovely deep pink. Once you've got your card cut and all the DSP cut, just assembling is nice and easy. Now, did I check I've got these up the right way? It's probably a bit late to check now. I'm sure it wouldn't really show anyway. Okay, so that's my base. And now this centre layer, make sure I've got it the right way around. Okay. So I need a get well card. So I've used the stamps here from, let me show you which ones I've used. From the So Sincere stamp set, Hope You're Feeling Better, in the centre, with the lovely Petunia Pop ink. And then to do the leaves around the edge with the Shy Shamrock, I've used this little stamp here from Flowers of Beauty, which comes with the in the suite. So I'm going to pop that on the inside. And then for the back, I've used Sending You Lots of Love and Hugs, which comes from the Heartfelt Hexagon stamps. Okay, so I'm just going to... Oh, lucky that's on the back. It's a little bit inky, but never mind. Make sure I've got that in the centre. So this was the back of that lovely green. One thing about Stampin' Up is everything all matches. And that's really brilliant. So the card matches with the DSP, that matches with the inks. Everything coordinates. Yep, got it up the same way. And I'm going to use the same as the middle to go on these outside wings. Preferably get the paper up the right way. There we are. Okay, now to do the next bit, I need to lay this narrow section over the top. And to make sure I've got it sort of roughly centred, I'm going to use the grid, the squares on my grid paper. I'm just going to do it really by eye. And with a pencil, I'm marking just the 1/2 inch section here. So, find my snips. Okay, so what I'm going to do is where that sits over the top, we're going to cut away these corners, okay, so that I know I'm in the right place. I'm just going to cut inside, and it really doesn't matter if you cut a little bit more away. and then just go up the fold line. Try and keep nice and straight. One more. A little bit more to take away. Okay, so before we do anything else, I'm going to make sure that my gatefold edges meet. This one looks a little proud, so I'm just going to cut away the bumpy bit of the score line. Can still see it, so just patiently. That looks better. Okay, yes, that's definitely better. And this one at the top, I can see a bumpy bit, and we'll just get rid of that. There. Okay, so now when we stick that down, you can't see the back. Can't see the excess tabs. So I'm going to start by sticking down this middle section. And if I show you on the finished card why, because of all the layers of card and paper, when they're folded together, you need it flat when it's folded. If you unfold it, you'll notice it doesn't quite go flat. If you were to go flat, then it wouldn't sit flat when you fold it. So I'm going to start, you can see the edges here, I'm going to start with the centre section. Nice lot of wet glue. Now I know obviously where it's going to go because I've already marked it. It needs to go above that, in the centre. Let's get it. You can see I'm just lining it up on the grid paper. It needs to go up a little. That looks better. Press that down. So I'm going to fold this inside. I'm going to put glue on just on the tab. Not right to the edges. And then I'm going to fold this section back and press down. And I'm just going to be patient and hold it for a second. Then to do this side, do the same thing. Fold this tab back. Plenty of glue, but not near the edges, so that if it squeezes out, it won't go on the rest of our card. So, yep, that looks really nice. Nothing squeezing out. And as you can see from the profile, it's worked. Might not have got it exactly in the centre, but I think that's fine. Okay, so one thing I do need to do is to put my writing piece on the back. And I'm going to show you how I did that. Obviously, stamping in the centre is easy. But to do this little design in the corner, I'm just going to grab a rough piece of paper here, just a scrap, put the lid on this, and get some stamps. So this is the flower stamp from the set, from the Flowers of Beauty set. And I started by stamping that. So I'm going to stamp it in the middle, not on the edge, just so you can see what I'm doing. And just stamp, okay? It's upside down, but let's turn that round. Okay. Now, to do the leaves, I'll stamp them first so you can see why. You can see they've got long sort of stalks, and if I were to put the stalks here, they'd look a bit weird. So let me find my chamois and just clean that off a minute. If you don't know about the chamois, it's a man-made cloth. It isn't leather, and it's just for cleaning your stamps. You just run it under the tap, get it nice and soft because it goes hard, and then it stays damp and it just cleans away your stamp. If you're not going to be using this for a while, you need to leave it opened and dry it, otherwise it might go a bit mouldy. Okay, so I've got a green ink pad there. So what I'm going to use now, little technique, very easy. Obviously you can do complicated masking, but you know, don't make it difficult. So what I don't want are the stalks. So on my stamp I've got ordinary masking tape, nothing expensive. And I'm just going to lay that over the stamp. Squish it down a bit. Make sure it's not over the leaf too much. And I'm going to ink that up. Make sure it is nice and inky. Okay, I'm going to take off this big inky bit and I'm going to put that straight in my bin. Now, when I ink this, you can see the stalks now have got no ink on them, so I can just see exactly where it's going, line it up with the edge of the flower and stamp. Dead easy way of masking. If I want to do on the other side, obviously I do need another piece. Sometimes you can use that little piece you've just had more than once. So again, we're going to cover up the stalks. Ink up the stamp. Take away the masking tape. Position our leaves where we want them. And there we are. Very simple masking technique. So a little technique there. Checking my inky fingers. So inside I've got hope you're feeling better soon. Outside sending you lots of love and hugs. Now you can put some embellishments on here. I've got, let me find some. Some of the in colour embellishments. These are some of my favourite ones. These are the in colour shimmer gems. So I'm going to pop some of those on. And I think we'll have some some on the front here. I don't really want to introduce another colour, so I'm just going to lay them over and see what they look like. So let me go with one of these on here. And I can't put it inside there. Maybe not that one. I need some more putty. There we are, you can see it coming out. Maybe we will have some gems on the roses. There we are, 3 gems on the outside, inside there. Now, I purposely didn't put ribbon or any twine on this. On my first one I put some twine, some linen thread. It does make it extra bulky. So this one, I think by the time it's been flattened down, it will just sit together quite well. And of course, just burnishing the sides a little bit more will help. So there we are. There's my new fancy fold. If you go onto my Facebook group, let's get these, need to clean it up, which is Stamping Up with Elegant Edges, and you will find fancy folds. I have quite a number there already. There are PDFs available for you to use, but they are personal use only, and I do ask that you respect that because of the work that's involved in putting them all together. Okay. I would love to see your take on these, if you use different collections of Stampin' Up, if you use any other papers that you have in your stash to try it out first. Do pop them on the group. Let us all see and inspire each other. Okay, so thanks ever so much for watching. Please like the video at the bottom and subscribe to my channel. Do go over and follow me on Facebook group. And I would love to be your demo if you don't have one already for Stampin' Up products. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.